Boom. Woo!
Whoa.
I'm not biased.
Caster? Whoa.
I'm not biased. I just want a close series, guys.
Yeah, good Dota. That's what we're biased for.
I heckin' love good Dota. Okay. So, we got a PA and a Bane against Monster Snapfire. I think that is definitely heavily favored in PA's favor, at least in the levels. It would be nice if they would, if they can get their level 2 first, I think they could get out quite a few kills. Oh, Timsy's so good at stealing! Wow, a
Every
thief!
time, this man. His Weaver, we saw it yesterday, is absolute news. I'm expecting some more of that.
Blocks a small camp, but it gets scouted, and he...
Be scouting that hill anytime soon, but...
Oh, it's even worse. It's not Bane PA, it's PA Weaver. That is so much more kill threat.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Tims, he doesn't unblock his small camp. He put his sentry in the wrong place, so... Actually, you know, well, he wanted to block the big camp, so it looks like that'll be okay for him. Doesn't see the... So both camps down bottom will be blocked. See how this PA does?
Okay with that. If they can just... They should just focus on, like, kind of hitting down the Bora, I feel.
No gold.
Because that's the nice part about PA into Beastmaster. It's not just the fact that it's hard for him to harass her when she has blow up, but it's also that he's able to kill the thorns with the stifling daggers.
Yep.
They're able to jump him, and he doesn't really have a way to protect himself. It's a very rough matchup.
Does the Snapfire make up for that at all with like the kill threat that Snapfire brings to the table?
Not really. She's okay. Like, she's just a strong core in general. Always just gonna be nice there, but like they've hit level 2 now. So I would watch right now. They're gonna go.
Yeah, they're instantly jumping on Kunkka. He's still level 1. And with the bug on him, a couple more right clicks. Jackie has a dagger in a second, and that's first blood going his way. You called it, Cheapo. The second they hit 2, they jump.
Yeah, that is Jackie pulled the creeps into his tower, which basically meant the wave would die first for them, which meant they got the level 2 first. It's exactly how they're meant to play this lane. I think it was probably a mistake, honestly, by T1 to either let that happen or not be more aware of it and be kind of out of harm's way. It's just hard to be out of harm's way. That's the scary thing about PA Weaver. Weaver's gonna Shikuchi onto you, PA's gonna jump onto you. You can move back so that you're technically like you're trying not to be in harm's way, but they will just catch you. They will jump.
These other lanes are very aggressive as well. The supports both surviving on like one hit from death up top, and mid lane, Yopaj and Carl were also incredibly low, so a lot of early aggression coming out from both teams. But it does feel like this bottom lane with an early Orb of Corrosion coming out. That's where we're going to likely see a lot more kind of aggression coming out from this Boom Esports side.
Yeah, there's no easy combos this game for kills, like the Shadow Demon and Honor that we saw. I think T1 ran it twice, like once yesterday, once today. Like the sort of Bane Shadow Demon, and it's so easy for them to kill people. This game is a little bit harder. They can still bring supports mid for like these power runes. I think like Yopaj is really gonna want these.
Gone in again onto Cuckoo. They're looking for this kill once more. They get rid of the bug, but that's not going to be enough as another kill goes the way of Jackie.
That's just the lane. What can you do?
Yep. It seems every single time we see this lane, they're just getting kill after kill. 3 now to Jackie's name. I mean, it's not all doom and gloom, as you were saying. Like, this is how the lane is kind of just goes. There is comeback potential, right, for Cuckoo and for Team 1 with the Beastmaster. Or maybe not if he instantly dies. Yeah. Oh no. Say it ain't so. One more dagger. Is it going to be enough? Ooh, he barely lives. Seems he wants it. He's going to Shikuchi in. He breaks the salve. He's willing to die for it. He knows Cuckoo has no TP, and he may not even die.
Are scanning.
He may want to die because... Okay, it's just going to TP back to base. Wow. What a disaster for Cuckoo. This is worse than it normally goes. This is maybe starting to get into, like, too bad to come back territory. I don't know.
I mean, Jackie was... like the top of level 3, about to hit level 4, and Kunkka level 2. I don't really know how you're meant to recover lanes like this. I'll be real. I'm not a good enough player to do it. And I don't even know if T1 know how to do it either. I think you have to maybe drag waves before. but it's hard because they're so good at killing balls on their lane in bot.
Welcome back.
Tim's go in. FBZ gets a nice shield crash off, and they've got the kill onto Whitemon. No revenge kill from Gabby because of the disarm. He couldn't really get any right clicks off, so there's at least something else going Boom's way. They are having their way in both top and bottom lane. Salving up is Jackie's PA, so he's going to be ready to fight again soon. And yeah, that big question you're asking is, yeah, how does this Beastmaster recover? We'll figure out what Cuckoo's answer for it is soon, I guess. Whether or not it's going to work is maybe another matter, but for now, he's trying to stick it out down bottom.
I know watching, I think watching Zai as a player has always been very fun for me. A player that generally tends to have bad lanes and get, like, messed over, you know? And he's so good at coming back from that. A lot of the times I see him kind of play back and, like, farm, like, the hard camp in your triangle, and try and recover there.
No.
Oh,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, and Gabby dies top while that was going on. That's a bigger kill, really. Yopaj with the rotation on the Queen of Pain. Sonic Wave was used, and TP's back mid.
When the runes are coming up, it's just squads move towards that.
Step lively now.
Nice. That's Beastmaster's time to shine. Means Weaver is not in lane. What I'm hearing is he's got a, you know, a 1v1 lane for a little bit.
Can he even stand against Jackie? Like, levels up on him with a corrosion and
so.
shreds.
He's thinking about jungle, but Tim's is there. Leave him alone, Tim's. This is bullying at this point.
His swarm was on a 3-second cooldown, and that is the only reason you're alive, Cuckoo.
Is under attack.
Gabby could be in some trouble top. They're going for the Rolling Thunder, but they're going to find a bit of an easier target to bring down in Whitemon's Disruptor. FBC finds a nice little pillar to bounce off, and will get their 8th kill on the Boom Esports side. Well, you know, I like T1 Struff, but this is not a good laning stage for them. Definitely a bit concerning. They're going to rotate in Carl on the Kunkka, but he instantly gets nightmared up. Snapfire is there maybe to help guarantee that this torrent lands. They're going to throw out the Goji, but whoa, that's just a Bane. Boom will happily give up the Bane, and FBC's still hunting. He wants Gabby. He may be able to finish off the Void. He's got no time walk. It's level 1 if he gets one more right click off. Luckily, the time dilation slow is going to stop that from happening, and Tim's with the Shikuchi doesn't find it, but Yopaj rocks up to the party with an Arcane Root. Gets another kill, and they may get more. They know Zephyr's up here, I believe. They want this tower. They want these kills, and they're going to probably get both. And Zephyr was going to do what damage he can. But oh boy, is this going poorly for them.
Wow, this is such a dominating game. This is 7 minutes, we have 11 kills.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
This is the Boom Esports way. When things are clicking, they're getting kills and playing this hyper-aggressive early mid game, and sometimes early games can look like this for Boom.
Yeah, this is a 7-minute tower for them, top lane. Map is gonna close. This is well, this is rough. Faceless Void is not a carry that has any real strength in the early game. He combos his chrono with spells like more snap, right? But like alone, he usually doesn't do that much damage. He's very much a slow carry that comes online later. And if you are losing bomb on the map because you're losing your tower so early because the enemy is snowballing and winning all their lanes, I think that that spells for a very difficult Faceless game. You know, if you use Chrono, you're pretty much useless for a long time after that. And that's a very, it's like what, 2 minutes? 2.5 minutes for like Boom to do whatever they want when it's off on cooldown.
Pressure perhaps then goes on to the supports as well as Carl on the Kunkka, because they're not getting anything out of Cuckoo for some time with his slow start. So see what kind of moves they can maybe make with Carl going for some early rotations. But even him, he's only got level 1X, so it's not like he can just be this easy catch until he gets a few more levels. Just looking rough as Tim's comes in, does walk into a sentry ward. He could be in some trouble here with the torrent follow-up, gets X'd up as well. Gonna try Shikuchi's way out of this one, but the ghost ship is there waiting for him, so get the kill on the Weaver.
Go where you can. Cuckoo now at least he has his level 3 plus, so he can just farm jungle camps now. I think that's what he. He needs like he's farming this camp now. If he wants, maybe he enemy jungle and try and farm there. Like, at least take some space away from Jackie.
Illusion!
A little risky. I feel like when
Yeah.
you're down this hard, you have to try and find a farm where you can. You can't just take this single hard camp and then be content with that. If Jackie just controls the wave, which he kind of is, like he's even pulling into the hard camp, he's just denying farm. Like Kunkka can't get farm anywhere else. Maybe you gotta start getting creative, maybe at the cost of your life.
Well, yeah, Jackie getting the full lane as well as those neutral creeps has put him well on top of the net worth and skyrocketing ahead of everybody in this game. So that's before Battle Fury even comes out. So they've got some problems to address here across the board, not just the Jackie PA, but all three lanes kind of falling
Dire's
apart in
bottom
many
tower
ways.
is under attack.
Boom, going to be spying for. As for Boom, I mean, they're going to obviously keep farming up the PA Battle Fury, but it feels like the rest of them can keep playing aggressive. Are they going to keep looking at, are they going to try to take this T1 mid tower soon? What's kind of the next move for them?
I'm not sure either way. I think like if you're Boom, you just want to keep power farming. What is your plan? Queen of Pain just going, she's rushing a beat. Gabby's playing a prone.
Part of the take what you can get plan that you mentioned earlier, I guess.
I was just thinking about Gabby and his chrono and how like they haven't, like he's had the 6 for quite a while and he hasn't made it. And I was thinking, I guess like he's just valuing like trying to get as much farm as he can instead of, because if, you know, what would you rather have, like 2 waves top or like smoking for a minute to maybe get a kill? Chrono, like he really values the money.
To be a great rotation if it worked, but unfortunately he gets scouted out. There was a sentry ward there. Tim's is now going to come in as well, so Carl thought he could maybe
Dire's
find the
middle
PA
tower
with
is
some
under attack.
help TPing in, but they
Dire are
left it
scanning.
out, and fortunately for T1, that gank does not work out for them.
Testing the H's.
Oh no, they gotta get this if you're T1. You cannot afford to lose this. Scam's got a nice grip on the white one. Does end up getting cancelled though. The Static Storm gets dropped as well. Cuckoo's now rotating in. He's holding onto his Roar for now, but with FBZ showing up with the Rolling Thunder, they could be in some trouble. Holds onto the Rolling Thunder for now. Both teams trade supports, but the Ancient Stack is the big juicy prize. Whoever gets to control this area and win this team fight. And right now that's looking like it's going to be Boom.
Worthy tribute.
Scary. Kuku's like, at least let me have the XP, guys. Come on.
He's like, he's trying. Looks like eventually Boom do have to back off and give up the rest of it. They do take some of the smaller creeps, so not bad, but with no PA Battle Fury up quite yet, and also PA TP top to go farm, they didn't quite have the manpower to fight over those
Dire's
Ancients.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, surprising, honestly. I guess they felt they were lacking burst or resource, getting pretty low on mana. Like, FBZ did have roll still, but they decided not to really chance it. Like, Cuckoo still had roll. If he did roll, you know, up and maybe not that effective. Maybe allow time for heroes to respawn on T1 and then they counter attack. It's kind of scary. It's a risky move for sure. I think it was very heads up on Boom. Yeah, cut your losses and just they got enough.
And now they've got a Battle Fury PA, so instantly Jackie's gone to an Ancient Stack of his own, so his farm about to skyrocket, and Cuckoo, his helm, 13 minutes in, is only now coming out, so feels like he's just not really able to do Beastmaster things this game. No pressure on that bottom tier 1 tower at all.
Good start to do that now because PA is about to show top. They're gonna know that she's away. That's kind of like, there's a lot of kill threat for Cuckoo this game. They can kind of kill him with I think PA is like the one that scares you the most. When you should be able to just stop pressuring, kind of getting a reaction bot.
Even if he dies again, it feels like you can't just sit back and try farm when you're a Beastmaster. This team are smoked up though, trying to use those ultimates with next Chronosphere up as well as Unborn's Kisses. T1 do have the damage to kill some of these cores, and Yopaj is going to walk into them, but with FBZ initiating with the Rolling Thunder plus the Blink, there's just nothing they can really do to take this fight initially. Zephyr does TP out in the trees, but gets nightmared up before it can complete. He's going to go down, and it looks like Gabby decides there's just no opportunity to go for a Chronosphere. And without Zephyr's Snapfire, they don't have the damage really to follow it up.
Cuckoo is farming through the top right now, which I'm not sure I agree with. I think even if you're afraid of heroes ganking you, the nice thing about Beastmaster is you can shove lane with your keeps and right, and just provide the aura. So I feel like this whole thing is happening mid, and he's not pressuring bot tower, and that's kind of a mistake on his part.
Okay. He changes his approach to this one, but now trying to make the most of the farm he can get, but no pressure really being applied. Does come out to lane now, but there's a Weaver there positioned to maybe defend this tower, but backup is coming. Gabby on his Void is making his way down this bottom lane.
Is under attack.
Thinking that maybe they want to even try to take a fight down here.
Good, bring bodies. That's kind of how you get a Jaggle up. Oh, skip.
Will end up going down. Gets the tips as well. Now bottom lane. Looks like a fight could be brewing here. The Chronosphere with the kisses. Doing some good damage. FPZ gets the swashbuckle away, but won't survive through it all. 2 dead on the boom side, but showing up is Jackie on the PA. He's ready to fight even without the BKB. Needs to be careful. The damage is a lot, but he gets out of the ghost ship. Nice Phantom Strike. Gets him back with safety, and Yopaj on the Quap. Sonic Wave on through. Does some good damage to secure the kills as Tim's time lapse to heal himself back up. It has been X, so he could be in some trouble here if he's not careful. Gabby gets forced to time walk his way as the pick pole gets used by Carl on the Kunkka to try and escape. Yopaj still fairly healthy here, but the time dilation causing him some problems, and as a result, Tim's is going to end up going down here. Boom. Not quite able to hard commit to this fight, and I mean, for T1, you got to be at least pretty happy with the outcome there, I feel.
Yeah, that was great. I think the thought I was saying before that happened was that this is how you make things happen when you're behind, is that you use bodies. So when they bring Gabby bot to kind of link up with Kunkka, yeah, we want to take this bot tower, or they defend, then Kunkka die. But like, if we keep bringing more heroes, then we can probably take a decent fight at least. And they have the timing, they have the Chronosphere plus kisses. That's why that fight is able to go nicely for them. FPZ never gets the chance to use his rolling thunder. Pretty much entirely in the Chrono. That's great. Bring more bodies, take a good fight, and they're no longer just getting hard picked off. It's like a little bit. The foot is inching back into the game.
FPZ has other ideas. He's recognizing that, okay, they want to apply pressure, we can do the same thing. Don't give them an opportunity to do that by making the move first. Yopaj on the clock had the BKB but got roared through it. They did take out the T1 mid tower, and now Carl BKBs himself to keep himself alive through it all. And with the Static Storm on the Pangolier, FPZ does end up dropping, so they get the T1 mid tower, but boom, lose their Pangolier in the process.
Very nice. A BKB timing coming out for both Carl and Yopaj in this game. I think that fight as well, you're not only killing FPZ, but you're also getting pops. 9-second BKB. I think you're pretty happy with that, especially when you feel like you're so behind on T1.
Their ultimates will be coming up pretty soon. The Chronosphere being the big one in 17 seconds, so you look to make another go with this one. Gabby has managed to claw his way back to at least somewhat respectable farm. Well behind the PA, but not completely out of this game in terms of his own itemization.
I do think Boom could maybe take a fight soon and look to Roche. Jackie just got his BKB. That's the timing for that. Maybe they're feeling strong with that. Fight. There is a threat of Chronosphere of 40.
Radiant's middle tower is
caught.
under attack.
Nice cookie with the kisses.
Maybe that's the timing for them. Now there's no kisses, even if they have Chronosphere, the damage is really gone. Maybe on Skim's respawn they want to make a move. Maybe they want to keep dodging. I'm not really sure how they as a pro team decide how to deal with Chronosphere. Can't just say, oh, we're never gonna fight, there's a Chronosphere. And it's also
they walk into Roshan, that's yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I like that. No. All good. They moved bot on T1, so
Radiant's bottom tower
take Roche. That's great.
T1 us smoked up, headed that way. But they gotta get there soon. It's dropping pretty fast with the minus armor, and kind of mentioned no kisses, so the damage in Chrono, it's not non-existent. They've got the Kunkka boats, but it's a bit lacking, and Roshan's already dropped, so T1 late to the party.
Is a counter to Faceless. You don't have to be afraid of Chrono. 2 lives.
Perfect. Off of that, boom, 7. Jackie's still farming up a bit, has not necessarily apply pressure, but force strong right now.
Yeah, this won't be like a high ground Aegis or anything. They're definitely just gonna use it to try and get more map control. Like, Jackie's gonna farm towards Deso, which is gonna be a really big power spike. That's like the item that, you know, removes T1's heroes from existence. That's when you see support start dropping in like a crit. But they can still like apply pressure onto buildings and stuff, and probably try and take a tier 2 tower, get the outpost, and like squeeze the map dry in terms of farm, increase their net worth lead. With the second Aegis, that's when they end.
Rolling Thunder being used from afar. They're hunting the Void Beast. Already TP'd out. FBZ.
He was there about a second though. He wasn't that close in the end, but he knew exactly
What Void was trying to do, finding one more wave. But Gabby carried.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Add another to the tally.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Otherwise they just keep farming, which I also think is respectable. I think when PA gets like Basher and stuff, like she has Deso now. So now she does a lot of damage. Now she just needs some control. When she gets like Basher or something, then that's when maybe she can kill Gabby before he can gag. He is not exactly the tankiest guy. He does not have a lot of armor. He's not building items like that. He's going very defensive and doesn't do a lot of damage either.
Not so safe.
They can find that pick off. They are looking constantly with these smokes. Feels like Boomer just going from one side of the map to the other, constantly smoking up, but T1 doing a very good job avoiding them and not fighting into this Aegis. So 30 seconds remaining, but even without Aegis, as you're kind of mentioning, Jackie is a big threat and a big problem.
But Gabby Corona me, I have 24 seconds left on my Aegis, please.
The way. Easy nearby, but again, a little bit too far. It feels like Boomer just being kind of tug of war around the map, being pulled by T1, who are like, oh, there's a hero, let's go kill him. But as soon as they start heading that way, that hero's already kind of left. So kind of a game of whack-a-mole right now, where boom, they've got this big advantage, but it's struggling to find the pickoffs.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of like, this is not how you really deal with this sort of pressure from usually when you have a catch hero like Bane, the point is that Bane sort of sits in a lane, sets up and gets ready. So when Gabby, for example, pushes bot, you get him with Nightmare, and then you're also like in or whatever, and like you have the launch.
this mid, but not going to lead to a whole lot with FBZ's Heal Scepter. And yeah, Scam even has this Shadow Amulet, so he could theoretically, like you say, just set up in a lane, sit invis for, you know, just wait for like 2 minutes, and eventually PA will show up. Actually, not PA, the Void will show up.
Yeah.
But same time,
I
it
think
feels like
Gabby's
Boomer.
playing great.
Okay.
Like Boom aren't playing like fantastic and dealing with it, but like Gabby is very aware of the fact that he's being hunted. He's not staying anywhere for too long. Oh, it's like really good. He doesn't even finish full waves. He's just like, yep, they're probably running at me. I'm going to leave. Look at this. He just walks away from the camp.
Yeah, as you say that, yeah, gets away from FBZ again. I mean, as you're saying that, obviously, Boom's still far ahead and kind of getting further ahead because they've got more map control. They're farming more of the map. But is there a point where you feel like this game is going to swing back T1's way as they drag it out a bit?
Yeah, like you talked about, they have so much BKB piercing stuff. This game is the kind of game where it can always be won.
Could be the fight where it starts to become like Skim walks into everybody there, but the Sonic Wave from the high ground with the Rolling Thunder. Now a Ghost Ship Turner on the Torrent. It could be too much. Boom Esports get eaten alive by it initially, but the PA BKB going charging forward eats the Void alive. He couldn't find a good Chronosphere, and Carl now all alone tries to Shadow Blade himself out of there, but the damage is too much. That's the PA's first BKB. Having the full 9 seconds proved to be more than enough.
Dire's bottom tower is
Beautiful.
under attack.
For both teams, actually. It was kind of like... I was like, oh my god, Boom are doing it into like the torrent, but I was like, oh my god, T1 are doing it, and then everyone was dead. PA, scary.
Yeah. Fortunately, yeah, Void couldn't get Chrono up, couldn't BKB.
Tower has fallen.
Got controlled the entire fight. That was the hero that T1 needed to keep
Dire's
alive, but
bottom
just
tower
wasn't
is under
quite possible.
attack.
Yeah, and look how nice that fight went for T1 considering their carry got blown up at the start of the fight. Like that's wild.
Dire's middle tower is under
If
attack.
Gabby had not died instantly and had managed to chrono, maybe that fight is won by T1. And maybe even the worst part about the fight is that Gabby didn't waste the chrono, so he still has it. The threat is still at large.
With a potential Roche respawn very soon, it is not going to be for another 2 minutes, but that's something the teams are not fully aware of. But yeah, definitely some signs of life for T1 in some ways. They lost that fight, another lost fight, but the potential is definitely there if they're the ones getting the jump and getting their spells off. But outlook is still a bit grim for the time being. Pianist Scam. They fight. Whoa! Cancelled his own Fiend script there. I think knowing it was about to get cancelled by the Centaur, and Carl just eats up the Bane with his BKB. Looking for a new target. Nice Chronosphere on it too. The Ghost Ship follow up, and they've got the Pangolier. Rolling Thunder or not, the Chronosphere is going to lock you down. Jackie comes into the fight on the PA. He's committed his BKB for this one, but he hasn't got the damage to deal with Carl, I don't think. And that Silver Edge is something he's got to respect as well. Will quickly lose all his evasion if he's not careful. Jackie comes back in with the glimpse back, but it looks like both teams with a 2 for 2 are looking to see whether or not they can re-engage. He's going to time-lapse himself and also get a nice Atos out onto Gabby. The cookie away. Gabby gets over. He dives to the Sonic Wave. Oh, the crit. I think the crit actually killed him before the Sonic Wave. It wasn't. He didn't even get hit by the Sonic Wave.
Yeah, he got crit to death. Oh my gosh. Jackie doing so much damage.
Oh. See this Void having a tough time just surviving through all the damage and the root now from the Weaver Atos.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That, again, another fight where things look okay for T1, but the end result, not so okay.
Yeah, that fight was kind of sad, I suppose. It feels bad when you're not getting DA in the... just because she's such a threat. She's so scary. The chrono ends and Gabby is like really afraid to use this jump because you just can't chase anyone. Like you want to be like on Void, you want to be able to just jump from hero to hero and keep fighting. But you know that as soon as you jump, PA just instantly Phantom strikes you and you will probably die. There's actually just no... And when you're playing like that, I mean, you know what he's also done that's very offensive to me? He has left time dilation at level 1, killing his stats instead. Time dilation being at 28-second cooldown, like what? It's so good this game as well. You're playing against Weaver, you're playing against Pango, Plop, and PA, all heroes that have used these low cooldown spells. I think time dilation is incredible.
I just want to take that. Lost.
To the raid.
Disruptor just gets away from a rotation as he gets down some deep vision. But unfortunately for T1, now they've got to play into the Aegis again, so you can land the Chrono, the Roar on the PA, whatever it may be. Maybe not going to matter as long as she's got an Aegis. She's hit level 24, so getting close to that level 25 talent. Also got a free Ag Shard out of the Roshan as well.
I just really want to... I just want to say again how impressed I am with Gabby's games. He is not playing with ward. If anything, it's actually Boom with 2 wards in their own jungle. They try and look for him, and he bombs one camp. He's not even playing on the lane, and then he's like, "Yeah, I think they're probably looking for me." It's like starts hiding in trees again and leaving. He's dodged so many ganks like this. I feel so bad. Like Boom have just been sprinting after him from lane to lane. Any worst carry has died at least 10 times. But yeah, no. Honestly, Boom playing really, really good this game. Their team fighting is amazing. I think FPZ is such a threat on Pango. It feels really awful for Void. You want a Chrono PA because she's the carry that's killing everyone. But if you don't Chrono FPZ, like, his Pango is just gonna roll and murder you. Plenty for so long.
Yep. Yeah, murdering Tim's finds a poor little Snapfire in the bottom lane. Boom Esports are not done. They're just using smokes to zip across the map. I feel like half the time they're smoking, they're not even like trying to get a kill. They're just like, you know, I want to be somewhere else. This smoke is going to give me some nice movement.
Yeah, I guess even though the chases aren't really leading to anything, it is forcing them out, right? If you're a little bit lazier as a team, then maybe Gabby gets to like farm a hard camp, a medium camp, and a wave, right? But because they're just like, nope, we run at you, he gets half a camp and then has to back off. Yeah, he's living, for sure, but the net worth is at 20k because he's just not being allowed to kind of sit in one place. So, Boom are doing a really fantastic job at just trying to keep T1 in their base. You know, or don't let them get to any lanes, don't let them get to any camps.
Hero shows on map, run at them. Now T1 have managed to make their move out of their base here. The PA in the front lines goes in aggressively, got scouted up, got ran into by a smoke gank, but Jackie didn't care. Not with the Aegis in hand. He wanted just to fight his way through it, and I think T1 realizing this is like, okay, smoke gank failed. Let's get back to our base, back to turtling it up. Not the hero we wanted to find.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Very calm reaction from Jackie too. There was no panic like, oh god, there's heroes here. There was no EKB reaction. He even saved that. He actually just was like, oh yeah, I'm strong. I have Aegis. You show your face to me. I don't care if you're 5 heroes. I'm just gonna jump instantly into you.
Jumped on the Void, force a time walk away, tank the Static Storm without BKBing. Get pulled back in here. He may lose his Aegis without much in exchange, but he's managed to blink it aggressively once again with the Satanic. Doesn't life steal all too much. Gets brought low and actually finished off by Zephyr, so they've taken out the Aegis now. We'll have that Chronosphere now to deal with the BKB as well as the Roar, but on the backline, it's the Queen of Pain, Yopaj, jumping in, perhaps a little bit too deep. He's Chronosphere underneath the tier 4 towers. Ghost Ship pull up in there as well for the grip. Onto the base is Void. The Queen of Pain does still go down here, but Jackie on the PA looking to clean things up here, and without Aurora or Chronosphere, they just don't have the control to address the PA. They glimpse her back, though. Perhaps with this, she's going to be too far in alone. The Scatterblast stun hitting her up as well with the torrent, but here comes FBZ to perhaps save the day, or at least save the PA. They know they need to get him out alive here with the Satanic. Jackie still healing himself back up. Man of Knives doing a bit of damage as well, but he's being broken once more by the Silver Edge. Rolling Thunder comes to an end, and now it's full retreat for Jackie, but he gets glimpsed back into a Static Storm. Now he's in some trouble if there's any damage. Gabby's trying to find him, gets the time dilation, so Scatterblast not going to come out as Zephyr gets stunned up. Nice play from Jackie to Phantom Strike away from the Scatterblast, but another glimpse back. He needs his BKB, he hasn't got it. Instead, he's got maybe a Satanic to heal his way through, and he's going to turn and look to fight his way out of this one. They just don't have an answer for Jackie. They try as hard as they may. They just can't kill this PA. BKB or not, Jackie survives through it all. He gets the tips from his team. They use like 10 different stuns. I feel like they glimpsed him back 3 times and they still couldn't kill Jackie.
Oh damn, Jack boys, he's so big. Yopaj died like 2 minutes ago. I mean, at least a minute ago under the Ancient. Way too much of a dive from him, and here comes Jackie anyway. this is, I think last DPC season was really just the story of like, man, like I wish Pino would really pull a hard weight like when Yopaj had a bad game. And Jackie's showing that he can easily do it.
Dire's middle tower is under
He is a carry replacement that is turning up so hard. It is beautiful to watch. I think Boomer is so strong and showing their strength in this big turnaround from game 1.
For that killing blow now, going for the tier 4 towers, going for the throw. No GG call yet from T1. They've got the buyback on the void. One last hurrah. They go in with the scatter blast into Cookie Stun onto the PA, but I don't know if they've got the damage for this one. Not when PA has the BKB still that he's holding on to. Cuckoo survives a little bit longer with the Ghost Scepter, but it's not really going to be enough. Gabby's going to be forced to time walk out of this, and the dagger kills Whitemon in his own fountain. GG is called. Game 3, here he comes.
What a great showing. What a great showing. Boom.